Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about legal terminology and the use of Latin and some commonly used terms. Now, this slideshow isn't going to be what I think a lot of you want it to be, which is where I give you a bunch of terms, I tell you what they are, and then that information magically gets dumped into your head. That is something that I cannot do for you. You have to do that yourself. The process of actually making your own flashcards, writing your own lists, and digging through that is actually going to help you learn a whole lot better than if I just read a bunch of terms to you. The purpose of today's slideshow is to kind of give you some tools that you can use to help you learn those a little bit better and to understand sort of how Latin words are constructed and how you can make them a little bit less scary. So first of all, for Latin terms, there's just too many Latin legal terms to learn them all. So there's no way that I can tell you every single Latin legal term that you're ever going to encounter. But you do want to know some of the more frequently used ones, and you're going to want to figure out what can you do if I encounter a legal term that I've never seen before. So understanding how words are formed is helpful. First of all, many legal terms are formed by taking basic words and adding combinations of prefixes or suffixes to them. And there's two different ways that you can refer to these basic words. Number one is a root word. This is a word that can stand on its own, like the word love. But if you add a suffix to it, like ly, it becomes lovely. So love is the root word and ly is the suffix, and those two combined together make a new word. You can also use the term root, which is something that can't stand on its own, and the example that's given on the slide is the word reject. Re, doesn't stand on its own, and that is a prefix. Inject, Ject, is a Latin root. It doesn't stand by itself, but we know the two combined, we can understand what that means as a new word. So breaking down the words is going to be your key to understanding Latin terminology. So here are some common roots and their meanings. So the root ad. Now I'm not going to read all of these to you, but it means either to or for. And in the examples that I give you, ad hoc means for this purpose. So you can see ad means for. Ad litem, ad, means for the litigation. So when you hear the term guardian ad litem, you know that it is a guardian, and I think most of us understand what a guardian is. A guardian ad litem is simply a guardian for this litigation. So it kind of takes a little bit of the scary away from it when you can break it down like this. The word corpus you're going to see frequently. That means body. And the two examples I give you are corpus delicti, which means body of the crime. So if you know corpus means body, then delicti, means of the crime. Habeas corpus either means deliver the body or you have the body. So again, corpus. If you understand the word corpus, it can kind of help you figure out maybe some context clues to how this terminology is being used. De means in or of. Et, you'll see that a lot, like et sequentia. The two examples here, et vir and et allele. That means and. It also means and in French, for those of you who know French. Okay, so here's some more common words. I would recommend that you learn the term jur, jus, jura, and jure. Very common. You're going to see this in a lot of the legal terms. It means right, justice, or law. So in the examples, jus ad rem means right to a thing. Again, you can see how you can break it down and what it actually means. Non just means not. Re, res, and rem. Those all mean thing or matter. So if you can commit that to memory, it won't be so scary when you see res judicata, which means a thing, res. Judicata means adjudged. Well, we can figure out what judicata means, right? It sounds a lot like adjudged. So how do you know which terms are most commonly used? Well, the simple answer to this question is to ask yourself, Did I hear this term before I ever got into a legal program? I mean, was it on TV? Did I hear my parents talk about it? Did I hear it on the radio? Did I read it before whenever I was reading whatever, the newspaper? Did I hear it on the news? If you've heard the term before you actually started studying law, then you know that that's going to be one of the most commonly used legal terms if people outside of the legal field are using it. And then you have to ask yourself, did this term come up in one of my legal classes? Again, there's too many legal terms to cover every single one of them in any legal program, no matter what legal program you are in. But if it happened to have been used in one of your legal classes, then it was important enough to be covered by the curriculum. So that's going to be one of the other most commonly used legal terms. The reason why you care about which are the most commonly used legal terms is because those are the ones that are likely to pop up on any kind of a certification exam that you may be taking. So that's all I have for today. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to contact me. Have a great day.